Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my very first redstone tutorial. This is called the Sniffer Egg Incubator, and it is the fastest way to incubate your sniffer eggs whilst also being able to input them into a water stream system, which then disperses them into separate containers over here once a container is filled. Today I will not be showing off this spaghetti redstone here. I will, however, be showcasing this. This is the Sniffer Egg Incubator that will incubate the sniffer eggs the fastest way possible and then break the moss block and send them into your chamber. So all you have to do is just put the sniffer egg there and walk away, and it's done. And I even have an excess little bonus of having seeds sorter for you here if you're looking to get tons upon tons of the stuff. So let's just go ahead and hop right into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, first what you're going to start off with is a target block followed by a piston and followed by an observer facing this way that will then also go out and up. And this is going to be the detection system here for the egg, the moss block breaker, and also this is how you're going to activate this piston up here. You're then going to want to just go ahead and put the moss block there for the time being and take stone out like this. Next, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have a piston facing this way into this stone block here. And under here, you're going to want to put 1, 2, and 3. And that's where your water is going to sit. So you're going to want to go ahead and just enclose this whole area here. And put 1, 2, and that's going to create the full water source necessary to be able to do this. Next, what you're going to want to do is actually have a piston here and a piston here, and you're going to want to enclose this area here to create your lava source that's going to go down. And the reason I have this second piston here is because sometimes, for some reason, and I don't understand why, it's probably just with tick updates, sometimes this lava source will replace this before the water can and will turn it into cobblestone, or it hits it while the water is moving, and you can't, cobblestone will break it. So just for assurance purposes, we're going to have just the 2 pistons so that the lava source has to fall an extra block, which gives this time to turn back into a full water source. So you're going to want to go ahead and just cap that off, and then this is going to go 1, change this into a full block there, 2, I'm so bad at this, and up 1, over 1, and this is where our first bit of redstone's going, and they're going to be repeaters. It's going to have a repeater set to 4 ticks, a repeater set to 2 ticks, and a repeater set to 2 ticks as well, and that will be just enough time to push this into a new stone source block into this area once this goes away. Next, you're going to do a little L shape like this and run a repeater into this on full ticks. Get rid of this moss here. We don't need it. Grab redstone and go redstone on top, redstone dust behind it, 3 green wool. I'm going to just color code my redstone here for easier finding circuits wise. 3 green wool there, and then up by green, 1, 2, and have it just like that. And so now you're going to have something that looks like this, and this is the pushing system for our stone generator here, which is going to refuel or refeed your moss here so that you can reset as soon as the sniffer is done hatching. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have 4 here, and this can be anything. It doesn't have to be slabs. I just have it being slabs because I liked it better. And then it's going to go up by 1, 2, and that's going to be your piston braking mechanism here, so that this happens in the first. This happens first, where this breaks, and then a new stone gets pushed into here, and then that stone will then be converted into moss, so that this is for just the resetting cycle of the farm. Up next, we have a moss block going here with a dispenser facing into it, a target block facing out the back of it, and then we're going to run 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be a 3x4 little L here with a 1 up this way, and just go ahead and cover that in redstone dust. it's going to connect here, and so you're going to want to avoid that by putting a block there. Preferably something that's non-flammable because of this lava. I've seen it spread pretty far. So that's what these blocks here, why they're not wool. But yeah, so once you have that, then you're done with the dispensing system. All you have left to do with that is to run it into a hopper so that we can get bone meal into this later on. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be putting a dropper here, a hopper here, and we're going to be filling up this dropper with some wooden shovels here, and these are non-stackable, and you're going to want 5 in here to start, but we will be moving 1 into this hopper here, which is going to be the base set before we even put a sniffer egg on here, and I'll explain that when we get a little bit further along. And I have it facing the wrong way. You want it to be facing this way, facing out the back from where this thing is here. So there we go. That fixes it. And now we're going to go ahead and just add one extra thing here and go ahead and just toss that into the void there. All right. So now you're going to have something that looks like this. And the standing position for this area is going to be over here. But a little bit further down. You can have it however you want it to be. I have it to where it's standing right here so that it's at eye level. And then I can also have it going into my sniffer thing like that. But anyway, yeah, rambling aside, this is how you want it to be. And I've just broken it again, damn it. So let me go ahead and put that back and let's, oh, where'd it go? Here it is. Let's go put this back and let's move on to the next step. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, you can add an extra glass block here if you want. It's not necessary. But what you are going to want to do is add a shulker box or chest. Just be careful because of the flammability of that. And then you're going to want to come off of that with a comparator here and set it into, oh, no, sorry. You're going to want to set this one into subtract mode here. And you're going to want to fill this up with whatever item you can. And I mean fill it up with the exception of just this last slot, which only needs just 32. And now you're going to want to come up and across, set this for a 2-tick delay, and then you're going to want to run it into 2 redstone bits, 2 comparators, and then 1 up like this, so it's doing a little bit of this action here. Have redstone dust running there, and then finally a redstone torch running into this hopper, which is going to lock it, and you can go ahead and grab one of your shovels here and now put it into this hopper, and this system is primed and ready to go, and you'll see what I mean about this in just a second. Next on our list is the pink section. You're going to come down off of this and run it into repeater, going into 4 ticks here and sending it into a piston with a block on its face, and then coming out this way, we're going to have it go over here by 4 ticks here. Then you're going to want to go up and across, if I can do that, and you're going to want to go 4 ticks here, and then you want to go up and across again. Get it, there it is, and then you want to go 4 ticks here, up and across again, 4 ticks here, up and across again, 4 ticks here, and finally you're going to want to go up and across 2 ticks there, and that's going to be your delay system. So this is going to shoot a very quick pulse into this piston here, which is then going to shoot a 1-tick pulse that runs through here very slowly, activating everything only one time. So it's going to activate our piston first, and then it's going to activate our smooth stone generator here to push an extra thing in here, and then it's going to activate our dispenser, which is going to turn this into a moss block. And finally, we need to get rid of anything that's going to be placed on top of these, because if anything goes on top of it, it's not going to work the way that you need it to. Next up, we're going to want to go on our light blue here, and we're going to go out and make a T, and then have this as a observer facing downwards, and we're going to run redstone dust on its face, and we're going to want to make sure that this isn't canoodling. No canoodling is allowed. So next up, what you're going to want to do is you're going to come up and over by 1, and then this here is going to be your wall here, so you're going to come out by 1 more, and then add a double chest here, or some barrels or shulker boxes or what have you, and then you're going to want to just make sure you add a redstone lamp here, which is going to be your indicator lamp for the bone meal. And then like, we're going to use glass just so that we can still see it, but you're going to come through here and add all of the wall in here, and you can go ahead and add your half slab here. The half slab is so that when the sniffer does hatch, she doesn't wander into this 1 block gap, but falls down your chute down here. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to come down by 1 over here, out over 1, and we're going to come and feed into this here. But this is going to be a sticky piston with a block on its face, and then this down here can be any block. I use obsidian because I'm a little scared. If this winds up pushing too far or whatever, you know, it doesn't really matter. You could use stone there. You can use anything. I just like the obsidian. It's just for safety reasons. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come out, redstone, repeater, and repeater. And I have found that the second repeater works if you're facing west and east. But if you're facing south and north, south or north, then replace this with redstone dust. Why that's the case, I do not know. It might have, it shouldn't be directional, but you know. Anyway, that. Finally, what you're going to want to do is you're going to come down at this this dispenser here and run a 4-long line out from it, and it's going to be comparator. It's going to be redstone dust, and a repeater there. And if you're wondering why it's turned on, it's because I've already gone ahead and filled up this dispenser with bone meal, and this yellow line here is going to be our bone meal detection system. So you're going to want to come up by 1 block, go redstone torch again, and then above and below, and make a T, or I'm sorry, an L running straight into this with redstone dust on its face. And if you have bone meal in your system, that redstone lamp there should turn on. And that's it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it really is that simple. It's amazing. And so just a few things that I want to touch on before the end of the video today is that you really do want to make sure that this wooden shovel is in here. And the reason being is because once this piston activates to break whatever winds up growing on top of this, it does send a redstone signal through the observer, and it's going that accounts for it your very first time building it. Once you've done this, you don't have to come up and touch it again, because once you put, like, let's see here, once you get your egg, you put the egg down, and then will put a thing in there, and then it cracks, and then it cracks, and then finally it hatches. And once it hatches, you'll see everything here activates very quickly, and it's all done and dusted just like that, and you're ready to reset. And again, the wooden shovel goes in here. After you build it, you can have your sniffer running into any kind of chamber or whatever. You can, if you have the sniffer running into a mud chamber, then you have to you can put hoppers underneath the mud, because the mud's not a full block, which means that it can pick up any seeds the sniffer winds up sniffing up. But if you want them to run into like a nice grass, you have to have a hopper minecart. But yeah, it's really that simple. It's very nice, as compact as I can make it, and I had a ton of fun making it. If you guys have enjoyed this episode or this video, please be sure to hit that like button. If you really liked it, make sure to subscribe. And if you want to see more of this stuff, just comment down below. Tell me you want to see whatever farm, and I'll be like, okay, you know what, I should make one, because I like doing redstone. I enjoy the challenge. It's a nice little puzzle for me. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you did, join me again on my next tutorial. So yeah, see ya.